Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is your science teacher Muhammad Mashood Khan, and today we are going to discuss something very important about chapter number 6. These are some conceptual questions from the chapter. The question number 1 is: explain why a balloon slowly deflates. The skin of the balloon has millions of tiny holes in it. The air molecules are small enough to pass through these tiny holes, and so the balloon deflates slowly. This is a very common observation that when you see sometime when we blow air in a balloon and we leave it for a day or two, we see that it gets deflated after some time, after 1 day or 2 days. So why it happens? It's a very common observation happening. But what was the reason? The actual reason is that there are millions of tiny holes in a balloon, and the air molecules are so small that they get skipped from these tiny holes. That is why the balloon get deflates with time. The next question is: explain why a balloon deflates quickly when you stick a pin in it. When a pin is stuck in an inflated balloon, it deflates quickly because a larger hole has been made through which the gas particles do escape. You can see from the picture that when a pin is stuck in a balloon, there is a big hole as compared to those tiny holes which are already present in the balloon. So it gives the opportunity to the air molecules to escape rapidly. So when they escape rapidly, there is some kind of a blast also sometimes. The next question is: what is diffusion? It is spreading of one substance to another is called diffusion. You can see in the figure also there is an animation that the molecules are spreading rapidly from one point to another. The next question is: suggest why diffusion does not happen in solids. Diffusion does not happen in solids because the particles are held together by a strong force of attractions. Although the particles vibrate, but they are unable to break free. It's a very important question, and it should be thought that why diffusion is not happening in solids. As discussed earlier, that solids, the molecules of solids have strong intermolecular force between them, and they have a fixed shape. The molecules do vibrate on their mean position, but they are unable to break and they are unable to get free from each other. That is why diffusion occurs in liquids and in gases, but not in solids, because they are tightly packed and they have strong bonds between them. The next question is: what are three physical states of matter? It's a very common, very easy, and a very basic question. That what are the three states? And we all know that the three physical states of matter are solid, liquid, and gases. We can take one common thing which can exist in all these three states is water. When we freeze water, it becomes solid. When we apply or we give some heat, it changes its state and it is converted to liquid. And when we heat it further, it get boils and it get evaporated, so it means it is converted to gas. So water is the liquid, is one of the liquid which can exist in all three states in different conditions at different temperatures. The next question is: what can you say about the shape of a solid? A solid has a well defined shape. Now you can see different shapes of solids. One shape, as in the figure, you can see a cube shape, a cuboid, a square based pyramid, cone, triangular prism, triangular based pyramid, cylinder, and sphere. These are some common shapes which you will see in your books of science regularly, and even in mathematics you will see all these shapes. So these are some basic shapes of solids. The next question is, what is the shape of a gas? The answer is, a gas does not have a well defined shape. The shape, it gets the shape of its container, just like you can see in the figure that the gas molecules are confined in a jar, so it gets the shape of a jar, and if they will be confined in anything, they will acquire the same shape. And the next is the volume of a liquid. A liquid has a specific volume, and we can measure the volume by the measuring cylinder. Graduated cylinder is used for measuring volume, usually with liquids, come in different sizes. According to the amount of liquid, you have different sizes to measure the volume. How we can measure the volume of a solid? A solid has a definite volume. You can see there is a in a figure that we can measure the volume of a box. We have width, we have length, and we have height, and with the relation of length into width into height, we can find the volume of a solid also. The next question is, if natural gas is invisible, how can you tell when gas is leaking? The answer of the question is, natural gas has a specific smell which spreads through air, and we can get to know that the gas is spreading. You can see a picture of a flame, but if even it is not flamed, the smell of the gas you can feel, you can sense, through which you can say that the gas has spread. So till now, if you have any question, you have any queries, you can ask me in Zoom class, and also you can send me through SMS. Thank you and have a very nice time.